Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. Sanboran nonke. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Cold winter's night, but sikhona. Sila. Sigumoya. Sinomoya all right. Sinomoya bright. 100%. Welcome to everyone. Thank you for streaming with us always. Thank you for catching us on. And thank you for being with us. As
We're having a technical glitch, but Wandile will be back online.
Thank you so much for joining us tonight, Umoya podcast. Samachita. It's Monday night. Like every Monday, we have special time amongst us as a Majida. And as we start off every week, if you are joining us for the first time, welcome. Please let us know where you're catching us from so we know ukuthi ikasleep elkhona, isabab lip elkhona, noma province lip elkhona, noma which country you're catching us from. We appreciate your time and your effort and your love as well and your support. Like every Monday, we can. As many times as we need to try this, we will try it and we will keep on coming back. Snomoyo right, Snomoyo bright. 100%. Thank you so much for always being with us and thank you for catching us. Like every other Monday, we start off with a centering and a meditation to be able to put us into a space where we calm the Monday and the noise that the day came with. And wherever you are, I just want you to center yourself and to be able to quieten down the noise of the day. And wherever you are, if you are able to sit in your quiet space, please do so. If you're able just to sit with your family, just close your eyes and forget about them, please do so. Please just shut your eyes and just concentrate on your breathing. Just every single breath that you can take, focus on that. Just take a deep breath in. Have your feet firmly planted into the ground, your navel adjacent to your tummy, and your palms facing upwards. And in that space and in that quietness, allow everything to calm down. And once you're in that space and you're in a directed space, just focus solely on your breathing. Breath after another, and that's all the concentration you need is the next breath. Just focus on that and breathe in deeply for me. And breathe in intentionally. And just breathe for me. Just keep on breathing. That's all I ask of you. And as you keep on breathing, I will keep on being here. Just keep on focusing on your breath. And as you breathe in and out, I just want you to go back to a time in your childhood where you were most happiest. I want you to remember those faces. I want you to remember the smells. I want you to remember the places. I want you to remember the names. I want you to breathe in that air. I want you to smell that place. I want you to smell the memory. I want you to stick your tongue out and taste that space. Taste that memory. Remember it. I want you to remember. I want you to remember. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. This is Umoya, Men's Conference every single Monday, where we love to have you here. Thank you so much. And in today's segment of our men's conference, we have a couple of brothers, and I would ask them to join me so I can introduce every single one of them. And like usual, we have a sister who's the voice of reason. We have Unkume, Bab Masilela. We've got Utamsanga, Babundlazi. These are our brothers who will be joining us tonight. Thank you, gentlemen. Bab Masilela, welcome.
Hola, hola. How are you guys? Hope you're well, hey?
Blessings upon blessings, my king. Blessings upon blessings. How was your day? How has your week been? How are you doing in this cold weather? How are you?
Well, some of us don't have a choice, eh? We just have to go out, panda, pusha, come back home, be a dad, husband, and the show continues, eh? No
100%.
matter the weather, sunny, rainy, cold, don't have a choice.
No days off, in fact. No days off, 7 days a week,
I,
4 hours a day,
nada,
anytime you are needed.
nada, nada, nada.
100%. Ndlazi lo mkhulu, ndlazi lo philayo, Thamsanqa, sawubona bhuti. Welcome.
Sanbonani, evening to everyone. Thank you for welcoming me, guys. Yeah, I'm just eager to hear what's gonna happen here and just share the thoughts from everyone. But yeah, as Mr. Masilela has mentioned, yeah, the beat goes on. It never stops.
We don't have days off. We don't have leave. Yeah, there's no after hours service. Like we're here 24/7, and this is us. So tonight I'm gonna shoot straight into it, and I want to invite a sister, but I only want her to come on, and I know she's sitting in the background. She's saying to me, "Hans, what's happening? Where am I?" And I've got her papa as well. Her papa is a mentor and a businessman that I've come across as well, and he's a strong leader for me as well. So I've got a Papa. Welcome, Papa. Can you hear me, Papa? Okay, I think maybe as soon as he's able to unmute and speak to us, he'll join us. But I've got Tireleto as well. She will join us in a couple of seconds, and I want her to be mute. And I've got a brother of mine. I've got Uput Umpo, a very strong, a very business orientated, and a very family orientated man as well. Mpoza, welcome.
Hey, hola, Andy. How you doing, bro? How's everybody doing today?
Blessings upon blessings, my king. Thank you so much for making time for us. I know you've traveled all day and you've had a hectic day. moving from Joburg to Pretoria and back to Joburg again. But here you are joining us again. Thank you so much, and I appreciate you joining us here.
It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure.
Sorry, man. I think my network is a bit wonky, but let me try another connection as well. So thank you so much. Videos on, gentlemen. As we are on the show, please allow us to be able to see you so we know who we are interacting with. Welcome, Epapa. Welcome, Food.
Morena,
Legaina.
ke bona mo. Awa, ke re le nna ke tle ke hlae tsebe, ke tle ke tope se sengwenyana le nna.
Lynn Swareleng so much. So please forgive me so much for having such a wonky network. I'm trying as well just to move on to another substitute. But as we kick off tonight, I want to find out from you guys. Gentlemen, you guys 100%. Everyone is well, yeah.
For sure.
100%. I want to dive in deeply. I apologize quickly for my wonky network. What I want to quickly kick off with is, how do you guys feel about privacy? How do you guys feel about the privacy of having a cell phone? How do you feel about the privacy within your marriage? How do you feel about the privacy within your union? Should you have privacy? Should your cell phone be private? Should you have any privacy in your relationships? Is there such a thing as privacy once you take a woman? I'm going to start with you, Nkume. How do you feel about privacy, Mfwetu? Kukhona into okuthiwa privacy.
Yeah, that's a very difficult question. I mean, yeah, you know, for me, and without having some level of being obscure in a sense, but I would say this: for me, phones are a no-go area, my brother. And for me, that's privacy. Phones and my bank account. For me, that is private. Any other thing I am open to, but like I'm saying, I'm very selective. What becomes private and what doesn't become private. But for me, money issues are private, and phones are very private. And it has worked for me over the years. I tell the person that I'm with, your phone is your phone, my phone is my phone. Your money is your money, my money is my money. If we have to do something together, if you have 10 rand, I have 10 rand, or I have 20 rand, we get it together, it's 30 rand, we buy 30 rand. So it's no longer.
Before you even move forward, you are revving Agutim Pause engine. Is like, this man. So how do you guys plan the finances in the household when you have your own 10 rand and she's got her own 10 rand? How do you balance the finances in the house then?
Well, in my house, I'm the sole provider. The woman does not do anything with her money. She can add wherever she wants to add, but I'm the sole provider. Even if she works, it's her money. I don't benefit anything from her. Well, that's my house and that's me. Yeah, but I'm saying
Right.
on such issues, when it comes to money, well, we budget, we plan, but the budget is only one-sided. It becomes and falls on me, and that's how
This
I
is
grew
where
up.
I'm gonna ask. This is where I'm gonna ask Usisintsiki to bring Utshireleto in, but I'm gonna ask Chireleto to only come in and mute because I want to see a woman's reaction to what we're talking about without hearing her. I don't want to hear her. But Emmanuel, welcome. 100% he'll be with us. I think he's got a shaky network, but I just want our Chireleto to join us and keep quiet. I don't want you to say anything. All I want him to do is just show us a reaction. We don't want to hear her. We just want to see her. Sorry, please go on, Mr. Masile.
Yeah, as I was saying, in my house, I am the sole provider. And when we budget with my money. When we plan with my money. If I can't do anything, I can't do anything. If it needs that she would assist me, I loan, my brother. I loan. I don't I don't take it as a contribution. So at some point I must pay it back. They will remind me, hey, Mre, where is that X amount that I borrowed you? And I must pay it either with interest. We'll negotiate at that time to say, but hey, I'm still low. Can I give you half and I'll give you half another in the next 2 months? That's me. And it has worked for me for the past, I don't know, 8 years or 9 years. It has worked for me. Lovely.
I think Wendy is having very, very bad network issues.
Apologize greatly.
Yeah, no, it's very bad. And the topic today is very interesting.
I
It is
apologize
very
greatly for my
interesting.
network. I apologize greatly, gentlemen and lady. Thank you for joining us, Sirelezo. We have you on mute because we just want to see you. We don't want to hear you now. Majitawelela, Uko Koning, you've got the privilege of listening to the brothers talking at the corner. Like you are that fly that just flew in and landed on someone's court. And we noticed that you are here, but we are not paying you attention. So yeah, there. Thank you. Mr. Ndlazi, but tell me, how would you say in your relationship with your household, privacy works? Guaco.
Yeah, Wandi. Ish, my brother, this is it's a very hairy subject, if I could, for better lack of another word. But Mina, in terms of like high endlini, and it goes back to point Mina, I've been in a situation for the longest of time where my wife wasn't working. So I've used to do things by myself, young tall. So anything and everything ends agalayo. And even before we got married, and I won't lie, gents, I've had incidents. I have an incident. So sigcina me and my fro, we made a pact do there's in omunya no munya party phone yak, young tall. But if phone, I to go back to what Ngume is saying, your phone is your phone, my phone is my phone, and all. And it doesn't mean well, in terms of our finance, yeah, we have to share our finance. I wanna this is my point. I want it just helps in terms of umfazi getting involved. Ukunceda endlini, because sometimes nothing we get stuck, we get in trouble and we need help. Yabona, njengoba as much as mina ekhaya my dad told me ukuthi indoda kumele ukuthi abone iplan, yabona. But to a certain extent, writing is it crippled that to a certain extent. Especially in today's world, writing, because we don't have an outlet anymore. But over and above, I mean, ifoni yam, iphelela ra.
100%. So we are saying, Umkume is saying, hey, na hustle, guys. Nam Sadiaga, she brings the things I cannot get for myself. I can't get that for myself, so she brings that. And where she contributes financially, I give her back. So these are things that I cannot do for myself. That's what Nkume is saying. Tammy's saying, in this day and age, if I'm understanding you well, I cannot provide everything for her, and some of the things she's able to assist me with. So these are the two viewpoints that I've gotten. I'm welcoming Uputumpo, my brother. Welcome. What is your take on the privacy issue, the finances issue, as the two gentlemen have pointed out?
Enough in my house, there's no such thing as privacy. What is mine is hers. What is hers is mine. She's got full access to my phone, to my bank account. Except I don't even have a bank account to say. Because the way we do our finances, that we've got one main joint account that we use. My income, my salary that I pay myself from the businesses goes into that account. Her salary goes into that account. It's the family's money. It is the house's money. It's not my money. It's not her money. And what we then do is we've got a set budget for it, okay? Because bond, we don't pay bond, so so it means it's house, it's insurance, it's school fees, it's groceries, it's your investments, everything that we need to pay and get our done on a monthly basis. We do that, and then there's money left in the pot. That is the house's money, right? And then we've got pockets. So I get an allowance every month of a signal cap. With that allowance, I'm allowed to do whatever it is I want to do with that money without ever being questioned about it. You know what I mean? I can borrow family members, I can give it away, but when that money is finished, I don't touch the house's money, because the house's money is not my money. Um, so that's how we do it, you know. And in terms of privacy, my view is very simple. She's seen every part of my body. What more is there that I need to hide? If I stood pele ha Modimo and said that through thick and thin, like I made a vow, guys. Like I made a vow before God. I don't care about everybody else. Like, but him, I'm scared of him more than I'm scared of everybody else. So I made a vow that me and her shall become one. So we don't do the privacy. Like if she walks in right now, she's like, baby, my phone. Okay, like, "Ha, take my phone." Because
Yeah,
I
no.
don't have anything. I don't have anything to hide.
Guys, there's a prayer I'm saying tonight. I'm going, God, impose prayer, cut and paste. There's no bond. Cut and paste. Mudimu nkutwe. Father God, hear me there. I don't want to pay bond. Impose prayer, cut and paste.
No, not that. Not that. The thing is, what, guys? Here's the thing. Nam Sadiwaka is an accountant. Okay, she knows how to put money away. So we made sure that we pay the house in quick time before, like, to accumulate. Though, guys, hey man, you guys. The thing is, I learned a lot from this woman. Like, even my woman is so finicky when it comes to finances that Bampotsa gore, baby, don't withdraw cash from the ATM. She works at FNB. She's like, don't withdraw cash from the ATM. This is how they take your money. When you send people money, pay and clear now. That's how they take your money. You know, she'll tell you, like, even in the month, like, we have a meeting at the end of every month where we talk about, like, how did we spend the house's money? And we talk finances. We don't hide here. But it took a while to get there, guys. I make it seem like it's easy. For me, it was a very touchy subject because let me think of like, if we why do you want to know how much I make? I can't provide that. You just be happy that I bring money to the table. So I'm telling you, gents, it took a long time for me to learn how to even properly budget. It took me a long time to learn how to proper budget. Because there was the point where you can business and then I go entertain clients in a club. You know what I mean? And so it's I learned these things from her, but hence I'm saying there's a part of me that had to die for me to get to that point. So Mariona, it was not an easy journey. Nigga mo frustrate. Yo, nigga mo shaba frustration now.
Thank you so much, Bramposa. So we've got 3 views. Thank you so much, Bramposa. We've got Unkumo who says he's the number one hustler ukuluva. He brings everything into the household, and then when his woman spends money, he will compensate her back. We've got Ukutam who says my woman and I work together and we build the finances together. And then we've got Ivyuga Putumpo who says, hey, say a 50-50 lana. No one owns anything. It's all ours. So my phone is yours. Your phone is mine. My money is your money. We are one here. Let's bring in the Epapa. Let's bring an older gentleman who's been in the game for much longer. Wisdom throughout. Epapa. Mfethu imali ibereka kanjani ngekhaya pa sisiza sibereka kanjani ngekhaya ngemali sisebenza njani mfo ukuthi uma uya contribute ngapha ngeplatini noma siyise njalo ukuthi pa umbereko kwemali nguwe iza nemali sidle iza nesichabo sidle iza khulisa abantwana mina ngizobagezisa ngimake sure ukuthi income zikhona wena nguwe kuzobhadala abo school fees nabo transport nabo malume. How do we operate this, Papa?
Ithi ngiqale nje ngokuxolisa man. Ngisemavakatshweni.
Yeah.
So angikhona ukuthi ngingahlala kuhle nibona ngicambalele ngikuvacation. So I think lento le it dependa nokuthi ukhulele kuphi, ukhule kanjani.
Yeah.
So mina njengendoda yakhulela kwaNdebele yakhuliswa makhehla yeze edrobheni seyikhulile sekwazi ukusheva ngafunda ukuthi ubaba ngibabe ekhaya.
Yeah, Papa.
So mina ikambiso yami yakwami
Yeah, Papa.
ima ekhaya into zekhaya zicalwa ngimi zicalelelwa ngimi. Akangeni emalini ekhaya. Fortunately umkami uyabereka. And then imali yakhe angimazi nokuthi uhola malini. Mara to my surprise unokuba imali epetrol.
Yeah, Papa.
So what I've learned with the 90% of women, they don't know how to use money. They spend money. They don't use money. So ngithande lento ekhulume ilo bhuti lo athi my wife is an accountant. So he knows, she knows and understand how to use money. So ku-privacy when coming to money, i-nature yabo mama engathi abafazi ngoba kunomama la. I-nature yabo mama nemali abahlangane phaya. Umama singamnika i-10,000 sithe yakho. After 3 days ubuye uthi angibuleke 2,000. Uyozwa itori. Show me ukuthi uthengeni. He will show you enye into na umbuzo ukuthi yokwenzani. Lapha endlini kune yilento lebafaka izinto kiyo bese iya dry. Uyafaka ama-orange yenza ijuice. Uyayibona?
Oh, i-blender, yeah.
I-blender.
Yeah, bakhe bathenga i-blender bengekho mina. For sure in a 2 years azange ngayibona isebenza. and she buy one of the expensive one. I think it was 2 point something. And now to yabuza bathi izosebenza ngelinye ilanga. And then siya ku cell phone. Ku cell phone, Brian. I-problem yabo mama. If ayiranga abamba ifone. Wabona igama lomuntu wesifazane. Then kumele kube nepoto la ekhaya. And then uqala uthi hayi umzawami athi waya ngimazi. So that's where a privacy comes to phone. It's not a matter of ukuthi we are hiding some things or we are naughty. But the main problem with the abafazi in a phone, you'll have a sense of your case. After 3 years, she will still ask you the very same question of who's Rebecca? And by that time, ukhohliwe ukuthi nakhe nabanye indaba kaRebecca, uRebecca is your cousin. Uyaqala uthi uRebecca, yeah, uyabona, awumazi noRebecca, what cousin yakho. So that's where the privacy of phones comes. But I always advise abantu when coming to my finances. Bafowethu, i-nature yabafazi. When bangithini? Kunamanye amagama lo mama ngabe bangekho ngabe ngiyawakhuluma. I-nature yabafazi when coming to money. Hey. If he knows good, I've got 10,000 in an account.
Yeah.
Sina yonke into la endlini ayikho into eshodayo. Asina voroso. Ayeka makhelwana athole baba sivoroso. When he comes back, even though bekakhiphe ichicken, ayibeke da ukuthi uzoyipheka. I-plan iyachinja. We must go siyothenga ivoroso. So that is why siba nama-private. We are protecting ourselves for being bankrupt and going to court unnecessary.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, no,
yeah,
that
that is why we have these privacy things. Because if a woman knows you've got 2.2 million, he can move you out of the location to the eastern suburbs. And once ufuna ukwanelisa uDladla, amfowethu uyoba usemso. Uyoba usemso. Siyokunquma ikanda. So the woman does not have to know where your power is. You see, he can know good you have money. I'm running a logistic business. She knows good I've got enough money, but she does not know how much. Once he knows how much I'm having, uzongibona ngihamba ngabo Bugatti, Porsche Panamera, she will make sure to buy those things. And if you don't buy them, awungithandi. So the reason we have that private is we are protecting ourselves and our future. And we are good cell phone, we are trying to make peace like I. So with that, but that's my reasons.
Are you all ears? I hope you are here. I hope you are here, Tsirelezo.
Yeah, frozen Wendy.
I welcome you, Mr. Maswag, Spuda, Maswag. Welcome wePapo ibekile. Angazi ukuthi wena uyibona njani mfethu kwakho isebenza njani? Ifone isebenza njani? Isebenza nini? Imali yakho yinini? Imali yakho yenu?
Network ungathi ilahlekile futhi.
Ngiyaxolisa kakhulu. So sorry so much for the network, guys. I've got school holidays and abantwana bonke have hopped onto the Wi-Fi, so ngiyaxolisa too much. Mr. Masweg, please continue. Even if I drop off, please continue in conversation. How does it work in your household, Bafo? Imali yako, noma imali yenu, accounting eyenu.
Good evening to everyone. In my household, this is how my salary just got access to at any time. I've got access to imali yakhe, fortunately as well. I can tap into imali yakhe anytime. I can use a card at any time. No matter the bonus, your 15, it's imperative that we notify each other. There's financial transparency in my household. As Fitlelani, even from day one, it's always been the case. The phone, she's got my passwords. If she wants to log in, she can do that on her account. I don't restrict, or she doesn't restrict. The most important thing is that we try to keep a very well balanced communication in terms of specifically finance that we try and keep at all times. We okwami okwakhe okwakhe okwami qhubeka kanjalo mangana nix sithando sami ngiyashoda lethi karata futhi she doesn't even need to ukuthi angitshela ukuthi unothi kunemali esona. She's got my account details, login details, yonke into. VCV yonke into unayo. She can tap into my account at anytime she wishes. So in my household, that's how it is. Finances, phone, if she wants to, but she's got access to it. That's Fitlelani.
100%. So we had Uputunkume who said he's the number one kuluf. His money caters for everyone. We've got Uputami who said his money combined with his wife's money makes the household work. Uputumpote, there's no boundaries here. Like his money, his phone is his wife's phone, his wife's money is his wife's, his money. We've got Papa who says imali yakhe iyo ewondla leli khaya. His money makes sure that everyone is fed, everyone is catered for. He doesn't even know what his wife does with his money. He doesn't even care. His duty is to take care of the household. Then we've got Uputisbuda who says, I've got access to her money, she's got access to my money, she's got access to my phone, and we are there. Now we take it one step further and we say, you've been a fly on the wall. What do you say? Privacy, phone, nemali yendoda. Indoda must. Let's hear what must and daughter.
When it comes to money, for me, it's get it
Hold on,
sorted out.
hold on. Sorry. Banna kupala leng carefully. I get really you individually have said your monies are working for the household. Listen now, carefully. In the words of Jay-Z, listen carefully.
So for money, it really is for me a collaborative effort. I mean, if you are still a man and you're uncomfortable talking about money, then there's a lot of things that you are not able to communicate about. Simple as that. Because money it's a commodity that we use in any given moment. Right now, we're here because we are spending money on Wi-Fi to connect on this call. You know, and also some of these challenges come with the type of person that you have. You know, if you are having a person who knows who values spending but does not value generation of money, so there's no value of generation of money. You don't know how difficult it is to generate cash to meet your daily expenses, but you have a high spending rate. That's a challenge. And I mean, of course, we love spending, okay, but we also like spending with awareness. I mean, if you're having a woman who is impractical and putting pressure for things that could wait or be planned for later, or whatever the case may be, coming to a point of communication and collaborating with money is important. And as we see, it's up to you guys what you do. What works for this household is not the same recipe that works for the next household.
100%. Thank you so much. That's a view from a woman. Now I'm gonna ask you to mute again and become the fly again. Please, guys, in the comment section, if you want to join us, please let us know, and please like and share and hit us with your comment as well. Now, I want to ask these men: is the sex provided enough? Are you guys sustained and nourished? And I'm going to jump. I'm going to jump to Abutimpo. I don't know who it is, but there's an echo. There's an echo somewhere. But I'm gonna jump straight to Abutimpo. Someone's phone is vibrating. I'm gonna ask us to mute and have Abutimpo as the only.
Hey, I wonder who's echoing.
Can we all please just mute? All of us, can we please mute? Can we all please mute? Papa, can we mute? Tommy, can we all please just mute? Papa, can we mute? Can we all please just... Mpo, I think it's your turn. I'd like to ask you, is the sex sufficient in these marriages? Are these women supplying us? Are they feeding us enough? See, are we well nourished? Are we well given? Are we, as men, Tiroletto's not here, mind you. She's not here. She's just a fly in the wall. She doesn't matter. She doesn't matter. Are we eating enough?
Okay, not for me personally. I'm eating enough. I'm overfed. You know what I mean? Like, hey, I'm overfed.
Thank you, Abutimpo. Thank you. Don't justify it. You answer.
No.
Thank you.
Hear me out.
Do not justify it. Do not justify. Thank you.
Just listen. No. My man, remember, my wife gave birth in May, right? And then for those 6 weeks, we actually went 7 weeks. There was nothing. Yeah, boy. Afterwards, Bafo.
Thank you, Pramamposa. Tatenkume. Rajana, Rajari, Fule Mlomo.
Tataga, I can't say Raja because the supply is there. It's just me sometimes. Stress as a buyer, performance wise, but the supply is there. She's available at any given time. Supply so on. It's there. Don't know it's a fair.
Abutitami, Basariba, pizza why happy na? Kupulu unmuted. You're never happy, actually enough or often. Barus Kepalo, breakfast and then supper. Then in between, I get out. I want to plan.
Never for me, brother. And I think for me it's weird. Hey, I've known my wife like, I think like 20 plus years, So there's a point where like you just put it on like sex is not like it's not like okay we don't even if we don't have sex, okay, so what? But when we do have it, it's like it's the first time it's happening, you know. So I only corner boy, he corner. Bayapagela. That's it.
Bayadlo boys,
Yeah, homie love a friend. Homie love a friend.
Thank you, sir. Epap. Abomma laba bayasinikela noma siyazincengela nje simane siyancenga nje sincenga ikhaya pha noma bayasinikela.
Asithome ngokuthi ngesikhethu wathi imvu sithenga umsila. Indoda nayithoma ithi ngiyathatha. Ifuna isifunzi sitemtshade. So usuke lento oyifunako kungiyo le. Mara okubalulekile nawe indoda kumele ilole mfu.
Mtela ilole pha.
Ya indoda kumele ilole mfu. That is why ngesikhethu kugcina kuba nomani labentwana.
Yeah.
Yeah. So angazi mara mina mfu ngizikhulumela kwelami ihlangothi. Mina ngiyangaphandle ngiyokulola. Ene nangibuya ngikhaya la ngibuya ngivutha umlilo.
Ey, ungikhumbuza amaphoyisa akwaZulu bathi sivutha umlilo. Ye papa nayi ithemu uyikhulumile uthe yini isilila abantwana sitheni?
Imvu.
Le themu uyishilo. Yeah.
Imvu sithenga umsila. Isifunzi semtshade.
Yeah.
Indoda wayizwa ithi ngiyathatha ithuma bomalume. Ipoto le yayisuke kungiyo le akhona ukuyiphehla beyayibonde. Umratha khona uqinisa isisu. That is why uthola uthi mara dayi bra anyala mosadi la wa skobo byana. Wena ubona skobo da mara dayi man. Hey ishukela izwa lapha mfo. Hey. Yeah.
Le poto ngiyo.
Yabereketa. Yayibona.
Ngiyathokoza.
Mara nabafowethu ngiyaba-advise ukulola kubalulekile mfu.
Thank you mepa.
Yeah.
Ngiyakubonga epapa, ngiyakubonga. Asibuze umfowethu uMaswanganye. Mfo, are you having a balanced diet? Abafazi kule nsuku, abafazi bethu basinikeze kwanele, basinikeza just enough for bayaskepa bra. Ele skepon ele geons. Simepi. Unmute mfowethu uzositshela. Nazo-ke. Asikuzwa umutile pa.
Ngitsho, ayi isithebo sinengi yo. Isithebo sinengi.
Yeah.
Isithebo sinengi.
Ngiyadleka lamalanga pa.
Bokunokuthi hayi baba. Usuvuke silale ngithi hawu musi ngisayimberegweni musi sathi hayi angeni lapho.
Thank you.
Atibethe ngiyakho musi. Khiphile inkomo musi.
Ngiyathokoza mepa. Yabona Mr. Maswege. There's an echo on your side.
Let me mute.
Sisifaka uTheleje, you've been a wall, you've heard our conversations. Uyazi athi amadoda athi bayadla but abadli. Ngiyabeza ukuthi bomama baseduze bayasaba ukukhuluma kodwa ngiyazi ukuthi bayadla bona kodwa there's a 5 cents where that they are sparing because bangasle balambe because umama ngayizwa lento besathi how is enough interesting. So Tshireletso, listening in, hello Canvas, sawubona, listening in as a female, nizizwa njani ngokusincintsha imfanelo, nibekisa yini lento, nisebenziselani lento as thulusi to leverage. While like there's one need that a man has, and that's you. While yona readily so, or while yona as often as we should get it.
First of all, if you are being punished in this subject, name attached.
So
Name
please,
attached.
hold on one second. So please, mute for an echo on your side. There we go, 100%. You can continue. Sorry, Chilet.
It's okay, all good. So if you are having complaints in this department on Nematad, of course there's a small spectrum. I don't know how big it is, but of those who would use this as punishment as keys, you will have to find a way to advocate for yourself, because this is not meant for punishment for anybody, it's for enjoyment. So if you are having a woman who is depriving you, it's unfair. I mean, think about it. If you're having a child and then you promise them something, they do a mistake, and then you take away that thing, you are not addressing the problem. You are just throwing a tantrum, essentially. You know. So if you are having a woman who uyakucisha imfanelo zakho or zenu because of other things that are unrelated to that subject, because we know it's unrelated. Even if we can have more emotional attachment, I mean, it's unrelated to nothing. If you are in a relationship and you're having a partner, collaboration is important in this space. And you do find times where the woman is the one that's deprived. Let's just put that one out there.
And that was my next question. Are the men giving out enough? Are the men of this day, are they many?
They are. I think the men who are there are manning. It's unfortunate if ufumana laba abenza ama-injury, bakhona abenza ama-injury yabo. But men of today are manning, and they are doing their best to be emotionally present as well, which is something we have not seen. Even our mothers don't know, right? But they are learning to evolve. They are choosing to be present. Where they can't, they can't. Where they can, they can. And I mean, everybody's doing exactly that. So big ups to you all, and keep going. It's important to I mean, look at the amount of people on the call. And this is a men's topic based space. It has nothing to do with any other human being except our beloved black brothers. So it also tells us, if you are a woman who is watching this or you are tuning in, it tells us that men are doing the work, men are willing to be present. Mhlambe nje, say omunye is too spoiled um, to evolve, because sometimes money issues come because of evolution. The man has realized, oh my goodness, actually I can achieve bigger goals if this woman spent less. And all of a sudden, it's now a problem, but it was never a problem before, you see? So some of the changes come as the relationship is growing, as the focus changes, as we become wiser with management, because sometimes it was never even learned how to manage the money. The men themselves were not managing the money properly. Sometimes we meet people in social spaces where money is being spent, and that impression is set.
100%. Thank you so much, Sireles. I'm gonna put you back onto that beer bottle. I'm gonna mute you, but bring back the magic. I like all of you guys to close your eyes at this minute. Maranamesho nonke. You can only answer this question with your eyes closed. So if tonight was a day that you could do anything, your wife is not there, she's not watching you, she's not listening to you. Tireless is not even on the beer bottle. She can't see you, she can't hear you, she can't look at what you're saying. And here's the question, and you are answering it honestly. If you could have a second wife, would you have it? Only answer me with a nod or a no. A yes is a nod, and a sideward shake, head shake. Okay, I've got 2 no's, I've got 3 no's. Uyabuza epapa. All right. There we've got our answers. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you. You may open your eyes. Thank you. We've got our answers. I've got 1 honest man and 3 liars, but we will take it as that their wives are sitting and watching them, and I respect the answers. We don't want to break up marriages here. That's not what men's conference is about. We are not here to break up things here. We are here to build. So, gentlemen, there's only 1 gentleman amongst you, no names mentioned, who it is, because you all had your eyes closed, and he's the only one who saw that he's the one that wanted a second wife. Now I want all the men to keep their eyes open, and only Tshireletso to keep her eyes closed. And in the imperfect, perfect world, Tshireletso, if you were to be in a relationship where the man had another wife, but he was honest with you that he was not cheating and he was not doing anything, he had a first wife, would you move into that space where it is all transparent, it is all balanced, you are well catered for, and your man is there and you know about his first wife? So when he's not with you, you know he's with his first wife. Would you enter such a sacred space?
Okay, I'm conditional when it comes to that. I've had a few people ask me if I would do a polygamous marriage, and my condition is always if I'm the first wife. If I'm ever going to entertain that thought, for me personally, I would prefer that I'm as the first wife. Gee. That's my condition. If I'm to have a conversation about that, that's where I stand on it. I mean, there's a lot of sisters who are willing to get into the space, whether that wife X or two or whatever. And yeah, it really doesn't matter who is where, but the preference is on the beholder.
So I can't even ask him because he was not here. If you would look at a second wife, his wife is sitting right next to him. She's definitely going to slap him if he says, "Yeah, I would like to have a second wife." He's getting a slap. He's sleeping on the couch. In fact, he's sleeping in the car, in the outside. And she's not giving him the key to start the engine every now and again. He's sleeping in a cold car. So she's not even, we're not even going there. So that one out the box. Gentlemen, I want each one of you, I'm going to close. I'm going to give you a 2 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes to say to Amachita, one commentary to Amachita, a word of advice, Machita that are on the call and that are listening in. And secondly, a word of advice to the women, our women who are listening in, who we have to go back home to. What is your advice to first Umchita, who's struggling back there, who's saying, except for which I'm struggling, man, and I cannot say this to you guys because every time we link up, we're talking about sex, we're talking about girls with fat asses, we're talking about soccer, we're talking about Bayern Munich, and I don't care about the stuff because I'm struggling in the household to provide to my women because I've got a Nkume and I've got a Epapa who are hustling out there. I don't know how they are doing it, but they're making sure their women are taken care of, and whatever the wife's salary is, he doesn't even care. So I can't get to that stage. I still need a contribution from. In fact, my wife is the sole provider, Guntu, and I'm the guy that just brings this meat along and says, "Hey, do you care for some tonight?" She's like, "No, dude. I had a meeting with my directors. I have no interest in this little piece of meat that you're dangling here." So what do I say to that guy who's struggling there? So that one is that you're speaking to that guy, and secondly, you're speaking to his woman. You're speaking to the woman of the man, mele asekelo baba, and amnikeze the support. Speak to us. Tammy, this is your 2 minutes.
So yeah, I mean, I'd just like to say, Ish, you know what? First of all, no matter how small the challenge is and the adversities that we face as men. I mean, I just want to say, like, I'm proud of all men. Like, I think, our black men, we've come a long way. You know, phela kusafani nakudala khona manje, you know, the way we are able to approach situations, and I think it's been mentioned also by one of the speakers that, you know what, men are meaning, you know, it's for whatever reason, you know, we are being there, you know. And I mean, I just want to ask Amachita, like, let's also show confidence in one another, you know, let's trust one another, you know, for the women also continue to give us that confidence, you know, without fear or favor. I think Kona Manje, as much as I say that confidence Amachita Kona Manje, it's growing, you know, but also the sisters also give us that surety with, you know what, our men can grow our children, our men can lead nations, you know, our men can heal, you know. So
Yes.
Mina, that's over and above. That's I just want us to love each other, you know. Love is, I gents and ladies, yeah, that's my take. Thanks.
100%. Thank you so much, Putami. We give over to you, Papa. Umgidi uhleli ekhaya, akana plan wami, akana plan, akana ndlela yokuthi ekuseni mina ngizoziphakamisa ngale ndlela. What do you say to him and say ekuseni for nayi plan, or you know, nayi indlela yokuthi uphakamise ikhanda? Speak to leya out mfowethu, and then ringa nemedia yakhe as well, epapa ukuthi sester le out maybe phansi kwangiphelela inhliziyo, or sester dila ngezinto kanje. 2 minutes yakho epapa, sivala kandlela.
I-advice mfethu, from my experience, luckily mina ngibuya kule situation leyo. Mina from
Yeah.
last spana before mina ngispana, because what uqeda isigila, she went straight to nursing college. Come back, mina bengisazula zula, and she helped me luckily. Nangiyothatha code 14 wangilasa. So she believed in me. But the other thing ebengiyenza nami, into eflopisa amajita, into zakhe naziphansi, baluza that thing yobujita, baluza ipride yokuba indoda, uyaziluza. Akasa ngithini? How should I put this? Baluza i-confidence, and once ungasana confidence, umuntu wesimame akubona sewuyi-freeway. So into zakho naziphansi iba indoda. Nakunento wrong la endlini khuluma, and stop ukukhuluma ufaka amagama ukuthi because uyasonda. No, uyamtshela, hey mama, lento kubuye ebusuku mina angisebenzile, angisebenzeli inhlobo, case close. Leyo ukuthi ngoba uwo provider so uhambe ebusuku uyamcourage, uyamshowa ukuthi he's the head of the house. So ukuze izinto zibe the way zingako, stika to the rules zala ekhaya njengendoda. Umsebenzi wendoda ukwakha ikhaya, unenyuku ungananyuku. So kumfowethu obhayizisekayo, stika ebudodeni, luza whatever ongayiluza, but ungaluza ubudoda bakho. And then bomama, sometimes siyanidinga, more special ngoba izinto sezatshintsha. Thina sakhula bomama nabogogo bahlala ekhaya, so abomkhulu bebabona iplan, but this nowadays izinto zitshentshile. Umama into zakhe nazishap, yekelana ukusigabisela amandla. Umama wathenga amasofa, na unevakashi uhleli, disofa tsaka direkela dichomi tsa gago. And then ukhawatha umjita sekaqala ukuhlala estratini, nakafika la ekhaya akazuthi ahlale esofeni or ahlale esitulweni or ayohlala ekamereni. And whatever uyikhulumayo endodeni yamlimaza. Anebra yazi, he was crying. Anebra wa itse mshalelo mpurito ra kena ditlhong ke ja ko dimo le ko tlase. Ke re bjang? A re no a ke re mebra o reka dijo ke nokela ka mo molomo manjiwana ke nyaka pata. From more we re tsama 7 months no ke tshaba go khopela because a le ke butsiwa gore a kena ditlhong ke ja ko dimo le ko tlase. So now phayiziseka we out, but lento le into engiyichaphelisile iqalwa yitha amajita. Immediately umama into zakhe ziphakama, uyakhohlwa ukuthi ifro lakho ufuna ukumgaya a certain respect, and immediately umgaya that respect, yena sekaqala ukugaya i-disrespect. So whatever situation now we out, stika elayinini yakho ngekhanda. Abantwana nababuya late ubatshela umama batshela, uyamtshela uthi la kukwami la. Nangabe inyuka yakho yakudronga nangumnyama. And then uzobuya kuthathe serious ukuthi no, this man regardless yesimo sakhe sama finances, but lento yobudoda abafazi bamthatha undoda nyalo ngathi nesandla, but bakuthola nje uthi forget. So kubafowethu asistikeni majita. Mina ngithi indoda ubaba ngibaba, regardless ukuthi uyasebenza or awusebenzi. Asibambeni khona lapho ukuthi ungibaba. Umama indawo yakhe akayazi. Thank you.
Siyabonga epapa. Tata Nkume, wena o reng authaka? Autheditseng go ga e reng se I give up mfethu. Na lo tsa basadi ya mpalla because they tends give a provider mfethu ne giving. Ke palla ke roll on man. I can't buy roll on. I can't go to Discam and buy in depends ke di bone ke mo 120 some nka selekane mola. What do you say to such a man who's gotten to that stage and says, I can't afford to be dating? What do you say to a woman who
brother,
says, nah?
Fortunately, I'm like, hey, Papa. I understand and I can relate very well to that. There was a stage when I only had 2 trousers. And as I was preparing to go to a meeting, one of the trousers was torn in between. And I could not because the other one was very big. So I had to borrow trousers. And the only one that was left was a size 38 and I wear size 34. So you can imagine. But what I can say to the brother is there is something that says that if something is not there, create it. If you do not have an interest in something, look for it, find it, practice, learn about that thing. Don't be all over. Sometimes we want, and we are so desperate that we want to try everything and do everything. You will not succeed. Find something, practice it, learn about it, and master it. Learn about it. I remember me and my former partner, we used to sit down and mock an interview, a presentation. We would go and present tomorrow. So he would be on the other side and I would be on the other side. So he would be someone that I'll be presenting to, and we would ask each other questions. I would present the other time, he would present, we would ask questions until we were able to explain what our product is, what is our business all about. And for me, that was important because it made me to build confidence over and over. So it's important that Bafut we understand what we want and do what we want. And not don't be in a rush of saying I want to make money. Be in a rush of understanding what you want to do. Because if you once you understand what you want to do, you'll do it. And doors will then open because you are able to master the trade. And that is important. To the women, we as men need your support. You know, it's not easy being a businessman. And you know, hey Baba was explaining to it already. In some instances, batla unisha ko high bar no man you bar reach kudimo le ko tlase. Because at that time you don't have that money to regular rogue when they are going out or when there's a funeral, because you are still trying to establish yourself. What we want from women is just and patience. Support and patience and respect. Nothing else. I normally tell women, you know, we don't require much from you. We require respect. I even said this last week and I said the biggest commodity any man would appreciate is respect. If you respect me, support me, I will born and go all over for the world for you. Whatever I have, I will give because you have shown me that you respect me and you support me. Because if you support me, even if we have 100,000 in the bank account, and I would say to the system, say, let's invest 90. I have done all the feasibility and I believe in this thing. And let's eat bohobega melek for 2 months. That woman who supports will eat bohobele melek. And the day we reach gold, I'll buy her an aeroplane because she would have sacrificed everything. So that's what we need from women: respect, support, and we'll be fine.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Dr. Masilela. Ramaphosa. So first and foremost, I want to ask, Epapa isibongo bani?
nna ke mmina tau ke mokoni wa dintšhi dikgolo ke Mabelane papa.
Mabelane.
Ee.
Ubutami undlazi. Ubani?
Shokani.
Ushokani, 100%. In your closing, Bafo, what would you say to this man and what would you say to this woman?
This woman, guys, I'm sorry I got busy. She's pinching me. So, baby. Oh, sorry, Jen. Sorry. To the guy at home is, I think, first and foremost, I think I would want him to know what he matters. You know, he matters as a man. You know, and echoing the words of Ipap, that you are valued as Indod. And secondly, there is nothing wrong with going to the street corner or buy the orange for the sake of providing, because you can't buy a Range Rover tomorrow. Not everybody's gonna win the lottery, you know. we build brick by brick. We don't just um, drop a house on a piece of land and it's erected. Everything is step by step, brick by brick. Jerez, push. Like even in moments when it feels like things are not working, those moments where you you're gnashing your brain and over like a headache, yeah, or ish, guys, where am I gonna get my next cent? Where am I? Keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing. Consistency brings results. Consistency brings results even when nothing is coming in. Consistency brings results. Um, and lastly, don't measure yourself based on other people's success. A re tsebe gore what they went through, and we don't know what their prayers are. So don't compare yourself, because the minute you start comparing yourself to Makhelwane Kamu, you're gonna start stressing yourself and you're gonna literally beat yourself up and you're gonna feel like you're a failure even though you're not. And to the woman, respect him, hold him down. Utlo Bob. Simple.
Wow. Better hold him down. Utopopa. Mr. Maswag, what do you say, sir, in your closing? What do you say to the guy who's struggling, and what do you say to his woman?
Um, I I think the first thing is self-belief. Mom Jita, always believe in yourself first. Uh, Fill your own cup first before Unakijimi started. Understand that your battle will be different to another man, and appreciate the little or the big that you bring into the family. Comparison is the biggest enemy in every household. So the
We
biggest
are
thing
missing
is
half of everything. There's a huge echo on your end. Another person coming.
can you hear me now? Is it better? Is it better now? Okay. I was saying, the biggest thing that a man can do to himself for himself is ukuzithemba, trusting the process, trusting that no matter how difficult life may be, or no matter what life may throw at you, is that whatever that you've achieved today is just as important as what you're going to achieve tomorrow. And Gwesbili, to the women, to the partners, to the wives out there, your men's success in Totayago, should never ever be compared to another man's success. Jabulise local nago and multiply it. That's my closure.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much for all. Please mute it for us.
Shum.
There we go. Thank you so much. Can you all hear me clearly now? 100%. Thank you for all the wise words. In literally 1 minute, I'm giving our sister 1 minute to wrap up with everything that she's heard. And what is your understanding of where the men are? In the fewest of words as possible, if that's possible for a woman. But in the fewest of words, how do you understand men today from before this conversation?
I understand that everything is a work in progress, and men recognize that They also have some growing that comes inspired by the energy of a woman, depending on how that woman imbues it. And that is also great to know because men are being accountable in the space of relationships, and that tells me that you are showing up fully present, and we do know that there's a historic um, example of unloving men more than loving and fully present men. And today is a resemblance of how far we've come um, to restore love in our Black homes and build our families being there and living with them um, on a day-to-day basis. Something that was interrupted, I don't know how many years ago, and we were kind of like made to forget that and instead or fight over semantics that have nothing to do with the real thing of building a life together. So we are grateful. We are grateful that we are building, and this platform here shows us how far we are going with the building. Because sometimes we don't see it because we don't come together to recognize what each of us are doing. But it's so lovely. It's so lovely to see that our men are healing, our men are present, our men are growing, and they are willing to collaborate and be met by their partner or partners where they are, which is super amazing. Thank you.
Wow, thank you. Thank you so much for putting it in that way. Just one more last question. Hey, Papa.
I
You are muted.
You're on mute.
Yebo,
Uthe isibongo bani ba?
Mabelane.
Mabelane. You said your last name?
Lehodi Tshepo Mabelane.
Mabelane and Mpo?
Chokan.
Mpo. Shogani. 100%.
Oh, I was
I'm
I was
gonna
typing it there on the comments. Shokan.
100%. Thank you so much. Gentlemen, thank you so much for your contribution tonight. It is invaluable, the contribution that you've given us. I'm going to ask you and our sister who's here with us, I'm going to ask you guys just to close your eyes with me and allow me to take you on a short journey. And this is how we close tonight's episode. Thank you so much for your invaluable contribution to society and Amadota. Please join me. Wherever you're sitting, never mind your wife next to you, never mind the kids. Just let them out and allow us to go on a quick journey. Just just listen to sound yephimbo. I want you just to breathe in deeply. Now lapha ekhaya lapho khona, just close your eyes and take this journey with me. I want you just to breathe in deeply and allow the essence of today, the longest day that you've had, to pass by. As beautiful as it was, as tormenting, as long, as unsuccessful and unproductive as you feel that it was, let it go. As you let it I want you to continue to feel in that space the quietness of the inner voice and allow it to speak to you. I want you to see the old man, Mr. Masilela, the great old man, Dr. Mutla. I want you to see an old man, Dr. Shokan, Mokhala Bendlazi, Umkhulu Mabelane, Ubab Maswangani. Standing in front of you, feeling very proud of who you've become as a woman and as a man, and saying to you this one sentence. And I need you in the next minute to hush down your thoughts. He moves closer to you and he whispers this one thing that he would like you to do, to open the next door. So as you sit there, just listen. And as you take that message that you've just received, take that as your sacred instruction for your next move. Keep that to yourself. Take that home. Keep that with you. Plant your feet into that. Make sure ukuthi uyakwenza lokho ukuze leyo mnyango uvuleke. Bonga kakhulu, and when you are ready, you may open your eyes and you tell. Lady and gentlemen, thank you so much. Blessings upon blessings, and I hope that message reaches you where it needed to reach you. Thank you for a blessed evening today. Thank you for joining us on Umoya Podcast. And we hope you guys gained something, you got something, you took something, you have something, and you hold on to something. Same time next week, same place, a new learning. I want to thank you, Tami. I want to thank you, Epapa. I want to thank you, Chiralezo. I want to thank you, Nkume. I want to thank you, Smuda. And I want to thank you, Mpoza. Thank you so much. Blessings upon blessings, and have a phenomenal week. Simply because you can.